Welcome back, bonus my piece. Have you guys worried up yet? Of course not, that's why you're here. But don't worry, because neither have I. Let's get into this mess. This is season 3, episode 3. And although this episode did make me laugh, I also have to say I am bothered. And I feel like I should give like some kind of a disclaimer because like I am actually unfiltered. So, that's your disclaimer. Anyway, we are back with April Kamani, okay? Now, of course, we know that Casper the Ghost is grand, right? But I got a better look at this thing that Abercrombie has, okay? Like for the scan. And this looks like a cross between a Game Boy and an Etch-a-Sketch. Like it's absolutely and utterly tiny, okay? So we find out that Robyn is 10 weeks pregnant. And April Kamani said the placenta bled, but then it fixed itself. Now, I don't think I believe April, but anyway, that's what she's saying. And then we're on the sofa, okay? Oh my goodness. So Meri is talking about how she felt about Robyn's spawn, and I thought this is completely unnecessary. Why on earth like are we asking Meri, like the infertile woman in this family, like why are we asking her about Robyn's spot? And I didn't like this, okay? So we see Kody and Robyn leaving the office. And like these two are super happy. Like everything is grand and I'm happy for them. So we're in Meri's house, okay? And Meri is measuring up because we're told that the family, okay, is allowing each house to do up one room. And I was wondering, where on earth did they get the money from, okay? Like where? And Christine is in Meri's house too. But then we switch to the sofa, okay? So Kody says that they left Utah in a hurry and that they don't have much furniture and they weren't able to take their furniture with them. And I thought, well, then just go back and get it. Like literally just go back and get it, you know? So Kody says that they have saved enough money together to decorate one room per house. I thought this is such a waste of money. You guys have a whole load of crap like in your old house. Just go back and get it, you know? So we're with Meri and Christine. Now Meri says she wants a couch, okay? And in Christine's, okay, Christine says that she wants a bedroom set, and she said that she never had one before. I had to be honest, I don't know what that is, okay? I think it probably means where all the bedroom furniture matches, but I'm not sure. I'm not into that kind of crap. But anyway, we do see Christine's bedroom. It's incredibly brown, okay? It's very, very brown. Also, like, there's no headboard. Now we're in Janelle's, right? So Janelle wants to do her living room for the kids. And I have to say, I see the saddest looking sofa in the world. This thing is absolutely battered, okay? It's battered. And I'm looking at this and I thought, is that a fish tank? I think it is. I think it is a fish tank. But anyway, Janelle says that the kids don't feel like Vegas is home. And Hunter still, unfortunately, is having a really hard time. And she feels like by doing up a room for the kids, it'll be a small step, but hopefully it will make the kids feel like, this is kind of more of a home. Now we're in Robyn's house and we see Robyn's bedroom. Now there's cardboard boxes beside the bed and I wondered why. Like like why are they there? Surely she would have like some kind of furniture from, from prior. I mean, this woman is in her 30s. Like she would definitely have like, some kind of furniture, okay? Now we do see the hideous floral duvet cover. And then she says that she needs a dresser. Now bear in mind, okay, this woman made her child Dayton buy his own dresser, not just buy his own dresser, but buy it out of his birthday money, okay? But now this family like have gotten money together and now she's getting one, so I wasn't impressed with that. I also wasn't impressed with this. I spot a bottle of water, okay, in Robyn's bathroom, and I thought, why? Like, why are we buying like bottles of water? But then I thought, okay, well, I know that like the water quality can be not good in areas, so perhaps you can't just drink the water in Las Vegas, okay? But then I thought, well, if that's the case, just get a damn water filter, and get a Brita and just stick it in your fridge and you'll be grand. Or at least like if you need to buy bottled water, just buy the big huge bottles. But like I can't justify this waste of money. Just a single bottle of water. That would be so. Do you know how many people are in this family? This would be crazy expensive. And then I get bothered again, okay? Because I see Robyn's mirror in the bathroom and it's written on again. And I thought this woman just really does love to wreck shit, okay? Now, from the sofa, Robyn says that when the sister wives came into her bedroom, she sensed that they were uncomfortable. Now, Christine says she doesn't have an issue like being in the bedroom. And then Janelle says, right, that she doesn't like being in other people's bedrooms and that she doesn't even go into her mother or her sister's bedroom. I have to say that was so strange to me. It was so peculiar. I was always in my parents' bed. I would wake up at night, I would get my blankie, I would get my pillow, and I would go into my parents' bedroom. I had a certain spot that I like to lie in. Now I would of course wake my sister up. I didn't want to, but I didn't go out my way like to not wake her up. But when we would like get into their bed, okay, if she touched off me or if I touched off her, we were kicking the shit out of one another. I don't know how like these two managed to get knocked up again because we never left them alone, okay? And like I would often find my dad like in the spare bedroom or in one of our beds, and I would say like, Dad, like why are you in here? And he would say, because you and your sister are in my fucking bed with your mummy. So it's just so strange to me that Janelle like didn't even like going into her mother's room. But anyway, Meri says, right, that the sister wives are welcome in her bedroom, okay? And I thought, I bet they are. But anyway, she only wants them in like her bedroom when Kody is not there. But she says like that they can visit. I thought that was such a peculiar expression. Like who's visiting you like in your bedroom, you know? Anyway, we see the four adults and they're heading out. I have to say, I would absolutely love a camera to be in that car. I want to know where everybody is sitting. Also, I want to know what conversations do they have? And or do they just sit there like and ignore each other? I wouldn't imagine Janelle to be a very talkative person. So I would just watch her like sitting in silence with the other adults in the car. I really, really would. I'd love that actually. So we're on the sofa, okay, and we see Janelle with her super duper shiny legs. And Kody says it's worth the expense for everybody to do a room. But because of the budget, it has to be secondhand stuff. And I thought, what the fuck? Why? Like, why are we getting like secondhand stuff? I have seen the Duggar family, okay, and like they literally got a house built. Why are the Brown family getting secondhand stuff? I didn't understand it. Anyway, we're at a place called Colleen's Classic Consignment and we meet Theo. I like this guy, by the way. And this dude is definitely a salesman. So Kody is telling us that Theo understands design. No, he doesn't, Kody. Like the dude is a salesman. Kody is such a gobshite, okay? He really, really is. Like he's supposed to be a salesman, but he can't tell that, like, Theo is. So we see the family and they're looking at furniture. And from the sofa, Kody says Christine and him shop very alike. They see something and they just go for it. So back in Colleen's classic consignment, okay, Kody and Christine are looking at a bed. And Robin says, do you guys want me to leave so you can try it? And I thought, yes, please, Robin, like, believe, fuck off already, She really loves to make a polygamous sex joke, and these people are not like that. Anyway, these two like the bed. Nero with Janelle, and Kody says, you're not even going to look at a bedroom set with me. And Janelle says, no, it's not in the budget. And I was wondering, like, what exactly is the budget? Like, this is a second-hand place, and they don't have a budget for, like, a bed for Janelle. But anyway, okay, from the sofa, Kody says, oh, Janelle and I have been like two guys when it comes to decorating, and that Christine decorated Janelle's house, okay? And then this gone being says, I relate to her like we're two guys. My heart broke when he said that, okay? Janelle doesn't look happy about this. I really don't know how he managed to get this woman. Like, Janelle is an absolute diamond, okay? She really, really is. How the hell did he get her? Like, what did he do to get this woman? I would love to know. So Janelle says, right, that she's always worked full time, by the way, and she can't find anything in Vegas, okay? And the move and like not working, it really has been taking a toll on her. And then Kody says that him and Janelle always spoke to each other about work and now they're just really exploring their relationship. And he calls her sweetheart. What on earth were these two up in Las Vegas? I think, okay, now bear with me, right? I think that Janelle is a dominatrix. And I think that she really got into that in Las Vegas. Now, you probably look at Janelle and think, nah, she's not into that. But if you look at Janelle on Instagram, she's into it's some kind of Pilates, okay? She has this machine, I don't know what it is. But Janelle can move and Janelle can flex, okay? So I think that this was Janelle's dominatrix arc. I really, really do. So Janelle is saying, like, she doesn't like him to talk about that, their part of their life, in front of the sister wives like that. So we're back at Colleen's, and Robin is looking at this huge dresser, okay, and says this is hers. I was wondering where the hell, like, is she going to put it? Because, like, I've seen the bedroom, and the bed, like, takes up nearly all the space. Also, why is she not getting her kids a room like Janelle did? Now, I know that you're thinking, that's a kind of a bit hypocritical, okay, because Christine is getting a room. But Christine deserved a room, okay? She did, and also she said that her bed was broken. I think that Robyn's kids deserve a room, like just for them, the way Janelle is doing. Like Robyn doesn't think of the bigger family, Robyn never think. It's always all about Robyn. So Meri sees a couch that she likes. I have to say it's hideous, right? It really, really is, but she likes it. And then Kody, I have to say, Kody is looking very twinkle toes here, and he just says, like, okay, so I can tell Kody does not like this couch. But he says he thinks it's very grandma. And I thought, why does he get a say? Like, why? And there to, like, he's going to be there a quarter of the time. So why does he even get a say in this? So then Kody, like, has a lie down on the couch and says, I could take a nap here. Now, I get that, okay? That's very much me, and I actually love that for me. But I don't have like a million kids, do you know what I mean? And a million wives that I have to like find seats for because only Kody can can fit on the sofa like when he's having a little lie down. So are the other people in the family like just supposed to stand around and just like look at Kody like lying on this couch like all to himself? So then Theo tells us, okay, that he's met lots of families, but he hasn't met a family like the Brown family, okay? But he says he's not going to judge because he's a man of colour and he knows what that's like. And we love the Theos of the world, okay? But Theo is going to throw Meri a curveball. And he shows us not only the most hideous, but the most uncomfortable looking sofa. Now, when I seen this sofa, okay, the first thing that popped into my head was parochial house. This is exactly what the sofa is like. When you have to go like to the priest and it's something a bit more formal, so you can't just like chat in the church. Like, if there's another brat that has to be christened or something, and you have to go through all the formalities and you go into like the parochial house, you're gonna sit on you're gonna sit on something very similar to this, okay? You're gonna be poker straight and incredibly uncomfortable and you can't wait to get the hell out of there. And I thought, this is not suitable. This is not suitable for the house. Now, Meri hates the sofa, okay? And Kody is saying it's very Meri. And he's saying, like, it's very feng shui, like fine lines. I'm telling you, this guy does not know this woman at all, okay? But Meri is being a good sport about it, okay? And she's seeing what it's like to lie down on it. Now, I can tell that Theo is trying to shift this thing, okay? And he's given us his best sales pitch. And Cody's just lapping it up, God, this guy is such a tick, right? Now, on the sofa, Robyn says to Meri, you're a complicated girl. And she tells us, right, that Meri has lots of stuff from her family, like her grandparents. And I thought, that's not complicated, love. The word that you're looking for is sentimental, like possibly hoarding. That's another word you could be looking for, which you, of course, know an awful lot about. But anyway, Meri says, right, that she likes the other sofa. And now Robyn is saying, okay, that Meri is hot and happening and wild. And unfortunately, Meri shows us her toes, which are painted black. Oh, I don't know why she had to show us, okay? I don't know why. I absolutely hate feet. I absolutely hate them, okay? And then Kody says, this is the one we want. And I thought, no, this is the one like that Meri did not want. Meri wanted the other one. But that's kind of too bad, okay? Because this is the one that she's getting. Now, although the other one was hideous, right? Like, you could sit on it. I mean, I'd have to put a throw over it, but I would at least have somewhere to put my arms because I'm looking at this thing, all right? Just nowhere to put arms on it. And, like, if you're trying to have, like, a cheeky little cafe au lait for yourself, right? And you're getting all comfy and cozy, like watching your TV shows, just nothing you can do with this. Like, I can't balance, like, my cafe au lait. I can't do that. I'm not an English person, like pretending to be like the Queen. I can't do any of that shit. I don't want this sofa. I completely and utterly agree with Mary. So it's the day the furniture is getting delivered, okay? And we get a spotting. We get a truly Maggie Simpson spotting. And again, the bald dome is just shining in the Las Vegas sun. Can somebody please get this kid a damn hat, okay? Now, I love that the furniture van says gently used. Like, how would they know that? How would they know, like, how much it has been used? Like, they have no idea, but I love that they put that on it. So the furniture arrived at Janelle's house first. Which I know that's petty, but I really, really was like glad of that because I feel like Janelle always kind of gets the last of everything. Also, why is Christine carrying like this huge sofa? Like there's furniture people there. Like why is she carrying it? Anyway, this is all filmed between the sofa and the furniture, like being delivered to the different houses, okay? And Robin says that they need to be in one house soon. Now, this is absolute and utter crap, okay? Because we know that they've signed a lease on these houses for 18 months. And also, when she did have the opportunity to live with these women, she didn't take it. She didn't want to live in the Lehigh house with them, and Janelle offered, but she wouldn't take it. She wanted to be on her own with her kids and with Kody. Now, Christine says that the houses are close, but they're not close enough. Even though Robin's house is 10 houses away, like it could be closer. I have to be honest, right? I'd absolutely love to live on that street. Could you imagine, okay, living in between Christine and Robin? Oh, and Meri just a mile away and Janelle on that street again. Oh my God. I would absolutely and utterly love that, okay? Anyway, we're seeing all the furniture being delivered. Now, Meri says because she lives like the furthest away, her furniture was delivered last. I do have to say, Meri does like have a bit of like a victim mentality. So Kody says it's ridiculous that they're moving furniture to 4 different houses. They should all be in the one house. And I thought, well, then you should have stayed in Lehigh, and made Robin just shift her arse over to the big house to live with you all. It's so silly. This is just so ridiculous. Anyway, Mary still doesn't know about the sofa, okay? You hate it, Mary. Like, just be honest. But anyway, the parochial house formal room chair is being delivered into Mary's, okay? I have to be honest with you. I think I would have called the guards if somebody had to try to deliver this to me. I just wouldn't have answered the door to them. But then I just noticed something just randomly, okay? I spot a cameraman and I thought, oh, okay, then hi, like how are you doing? Anyway, Mary says it's not perfect, but she's gonna make it work. And I thought, are you though, Mary? Are you really? So now the wives, right? Are at a jewelry store called Brandon Adams. And I love that there was a dentist right beside it, okay? Right beside this jewelry place, there's a dentist advertising braces. And I thought, oh, classic, love that. So I do see them in the car, but I can't make out like where anybody is sitting. Like I really would like love to see that, okay? But anyway, they want to get Kody a ring, and I thought, why? Like, he got everything. He got to choose, like, all of the furniture. Like, why is he getting a ring? And apparently, there was enough money left over from the budget, and they're just going to waste it on a ring for Kody. I didn't understand. So, inside the shop, we are not introduced to anybody, by the way. They say they're looking for a Clauder ring. What they mean is a Claddagh ring. I know they just pronounce it the way they pronounce it. Anyway, we see the rings and I have to say they're hideous, okay? But they love them and they want to waste money on one. So as the woman was telling us like about the ring from the sofa, I noticed that there's a huge bruise on Christine's legs. Now it's probably more obvious because these people are absolutely and utterly snow white. And unfortunately for Christine, okay, she's wearing white capri pants and a long sleeve white top with a blue top over it. I don't know what she was thinking here. I really, really don't. But this is absolutely hideous looking, okay? So they pick a ring with 3 diamonds. Now they want another diamond added into it and it's going to be put in the center. In case you don't know, okay, in the center of a Claddagh ring is where the heart is, okay? And Robin says, that diamond will be like, whichever person's with them tonight. And I thought you guys like didn't like to announce that you're polygamists. Robin really loves like telling people this. She really loves like, telling the world like that she's a polygamist. Anyway, the diamond is being set into the ring and it will be ready at 5:15. Now, apparently Christine like just can't believe that it can happen that quickly. I don't think Christine has much outside of the house life experience, like literally. I really don't think she has much experience in the world at all. So now we're in Christine's house and she's showing Kody the new room. And I was wondering, why did Kody not help like to put this room together? Like he picked everything out, he couldn't like help put it together. And then I find out, okay, that these are taking Kody to a restaurant for a meal. And I thought, why? This guy gets everything, okay? And if you have money left over, bring the kids out. Like, go to McDonald's or something. I guarantee you those kids are sick and tired of, like, hot dogs. Like, bring them out for McDonald's or something. So we see Christine's new room, okay? Now, we didn't spring for new paint. I did notice that. But I also noticed that there's a large B for brown right inside the bedroom door. And I thought, well, that's nice, okay? And I see the bed, and the first thing that came to my mind was BDSM. Because nobody needs that many bedposts, okay? And she has another goddamn brown duvet, but this one looks even worse because, like, it looks crinkly. And I thought, that looks like it would be scratchy, like if it touched off your skin. Now, I also noticed there's a mirror inside the door, okay? and another mirror right beside the bed. So I think, okay, well, no, I believe this to be true, right? Christine likes to watch. She does. And I thought, good for her, good for her. So we're seeing the before and the after, and I have to say, it's pretty much identical. It really is, but it doesn't matter because she likes it. Oh, now we're seeing Janelle's new room. This is very Janelle, okay? It really is. And this is where we see the cowboy boot lamp. But Janelle didn't just love this lamp enough to buy one. No, she didn't. She loved it enough to buy two, because just two cowboy boot lamps. And, I thought, in for the penny, in for the pound. Love that. Now, in fairness, okay, the room does look a lot better. But we have to remember what we were working with originally, okay? Now, Janelle says, right, that she's never had this decorated of a room before. And I thought, what? And okay, then, I couldn't believe that she thought that this was great, okay? So we see the before and the after, and it's kind of the same. There's just like a bit more of what was already there, okay, with some horses on the wall and the cowboy boot lamp, okay? Down from the sofa, Cody says, I think Janelle loves me because I'm a cowboy. This guy is so feckin' shallow. He is so feckin' shallow. He really, really is. And then I see Cody, and Cody is playing what looks like a big wooden tin whistle. And I thought, where did this even come from? Like, did this come from the second-hand place? And if so, like, I hope they sterilized it. And then we hear from Janelle, okay, from the sofa. So Janelle is talking to Robyn, and she says, when I see how you ran your relationship with Cody, I thought, oh my God, playing the helpless damsel. I love when Janelle gets like this. Janelle has that, like, I don't give a shite energy. And I absolutely love her. I really, really do. But like, as she's saying this, okay, she's pretending to make herself sick, like she's so disgusted by it, and she's putting her finger like into her mouth, like pretending to throw up. And I have to say, I loved every minute of this. So in Janelle's house, okay, we see Janelle and Cody having a little snuggle on the sofa. And she says that she can see how allowing Cody into the mundane things creates a tenderness. But she's also saying that she is a very independent woman, and she is. We know that Janelle is a queen. And Robyn says that she was very independent in her last relationship. I thought, what the hell does that even mean? So was she like taking a snide remark at Janelle? I didn't understand. I didn't understand what she meant by that. And if she was like such an independent woman in like her last marriage, well, why didn't she not carry that on? It's always good to be an independent woman, especially when you're raising daughters. It's particularly good to show them, like how to be independent. So I didn't understand what she was getting at. But in Janelle's house, okay, Cody just plants like a big kiss on her face. And I thought, these two are so into one another. They really, really are. I have to say, Cody really let the ball fall with Janelle. He really did. He dropped that ball so damn hard. He is never going to get another Janelle. But anyway, now we're in Mary's house, okay? And we see the new furniture. It's still awful. It's still awful. And now it's even more like a parochial house because now it really is so formal, okay? Like the way it's all laid out. But apparently Cody thinks like this is just amazing. So we see the before and the after. Literally, it's exactly the same, apart from some like, really uncomfortable furniture in it. So now we're in Robyn's house because of course Birdie got left to last for like the big reveal. And I have to say, like, it's incredibly purple and it's full of tat. It's just full of crap, okay? And Robyn has shells from like their honeymoon that they picked up on the beach. And I thought, isn't that great, like for you? Because like the other woman didn't get any of that. I wondered if she like show them the shells and like talk about the honeymoon and oh, Cody and I picked these up walking. It wouldn't surprise me like if she did something like that because she seems like very sleazy and the way she goes on. Anyway, the room just looks like very purple and just kind of like a palm tree lamp in it. It's just, I don't know why it was placed there. It's very random. And on the sofa, Cody is telling Robyn how great she is and how sweet she is to the whole world. But as he's saying this, okay, he's leaning over Meri to talk to Robyn, and he is kind of like getting like a bit emotional. And I thought this is so awkward. Well, I loved it though. I'm not gonna lie, I did love it. So the adults are going out for dinner. Now they're going for Mexican food, okay? Now I got incredibly bothered by this, okay? Because the sign says kids eat free. So why didn't we bring the kids? I don't understand that, okay? Like it wouldn't have cost anything. The sign literally said kids eat free. So I was not impressed and not one of these adults thought to bring the kids with them. Like the Duggar family would have never passed up this opportunity, okay? And when I see inside this place, like it's not a fancy place, it's just like somewhere that you'd grab something to eat. That like you could bring a family to, like to have dinner. And I thought, I'm really annoyed that you guys did not bring the kids with you. So Meri is building up to give Kody the ring, okay? And she keeps calling it a Clauder, like a Clauder ring. And she says some of us wanted you to have it. I thought that was incredibly interesting. Here were the some. I'm hoping I'm hoping Janelle wasn't part of that. Well, I think she probably was, but I don't know. But I don't know why she said some. So that means that some of them weren't, obviously. Anyway, she tells him like that it's a Clauder ring before he even opens like the Clauder ring. Well, he finally opens the ring and he says, wow, like he actually loves this ring. Like, well, he's saying he does anyway. And I thought, is this the ring that he got to replace the ring that was melted down? Because from the ring that was melted down, okay, he kept the diamonds and the gold from the ring. Now there's diamonds and gold like in this ring. So which ring was like melted down? Also, where is this ring now? You see, I ask the important questions that the people want to know. Where the hell is this ring? So as we're on the sofa, okay, Kody says group hug. I have to be honest, I don't ever want to be involved in a group hug. A group hug, like a prayer huddle, any of that shit. It's not for me. It's not for me. And apparently Janelle hates it too. So, I completely and utterly get that. Anyway, this is our recap of season 3, episode 3. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, go ahead and hit subscribe and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day.